All right. So, when it comes to BB distribution, one brand is certainly synonymous with BB, and it's a heavyweight when it comes to car audio and high fidelity car audio. And that is, of course, Focal, a favorite brand amongst so many of the top installers across Canada. We've had the chance to feature so many of the projects and the builds that are Focal centric, based on their drivers, their technology. And, we've had the chance to talk about the different technologies, and we're going to be able to talk about that more today in other sessions. This particular session is going to be special, and I'm going to get Justin to come on and talk to us about what we are about to experience here. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Ben. Thanks for having me back.
I'm trying to hype it up without giving away too many details, so I thought I'd leave that job to you.
Okay, well, I mean, Focal is such an important brand to us, and we do cherish it and we do protect it. And when I speak about Focal, I do it with so much excitement and enthusiasm because I don't have to lie. I don't have to embellish because I honestly, I genuinely believe everything that I'm saying when I talk about Focal. Over the last couple weeks, I've had the privilege and pleasure to be featured on some CMA live episodes with you where we talked a bit about Focal. The thing with Focal is it's such a vast brand, and there's so many different aspects to it that make it what it is. So what we're actually going to see today is going to be probably one of the most formal part of the trainings, and it's going to be done actually right from France via their national product manager, Wesley, who is just an awesome guy. This is going to be the presentation on Focal that's going to give you a little bit of a rundown of the history, and as well as blanket the whole line. All right. Later on the productions today, and then even on Friday night, we will get into key aspects of Focal, kind of what makes Focal, like their true DNA, stuff that definitely kind of separates them from other speaker manufacturers in the market. It's really exciting. We wanted to do a full kind of walkthrough of the France factory and show everyone. Obviously, with just COVID restrictions, we couldn't have that, but we still got Wesley in their listening room to do all this presentation. So like I said, Wesley's going to effectively take you guys, from A all the way to the end to Z of Focal. So this is going to be one of the longest presentations we have today with the CMA and BB distribution. Makes sense, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have several more with Focal, like I said, that we'll deep dive into.
For sure.
And keep in mind, we'll still be rolling those codes away. This is one of those codes that you definitely want. This is the one. We're giving a set of the WXPs away, the Utopia, speakers. So we'll cover those a lot in some other videos. But this is definitely one to pay attention. Not that all of them aren't, but this is
they're all super important.
DNA, right?
Here's my 2 cents, if I may, sir. If you guys have thought about looking at Focal closer, if you've always wondered why there's such a following, this video is certainly going to answer a lot of those questions. So pay close attention. And like Justin made reference to, there's going to be that code to win a set of. I want you to say, what is the set that you're giving away?
So we're giving a set of the Utopia 165 WXP.
Sweet.
So they're about $3,000 retail. And
yes,
they are the entry into our Utopia M lineup. They're still going to feature a lot of really unique technologies. Obviously, the Beryllium tweeter, the TMV surrounds, which you'll learn about in technologies. They're going to feature our W cone from, which pioneered in the Grand Utopia home speakers that are on now. They're on their third iteration. They're 250,000 American for a set of 2 channel home speakers.
Great bookshelves.
Yeah, no, they're about 7 feet tall. And 550 pounds each. So
wow. Well,
yeah.
I think we should roll it, and we can come back and let's get our learn on and discuss it. What do you say?
Sounds great, man.
All right, let me cue this up for you.
Hi guys, welcome in Focal in Saint-Etienne. My name is Wesley. I'm the product marketing guy for the car audio at Focal around the world. I'm here in Saint-Étienne in our dedicated showroom for listening sessions with our two Utopia Grand Evo and the Statement, the two flagships of our two brands, Focal and Name. Today I'm here thanks to BNB, who wanted us to do a global presentation and to see if we can make you join Focal virtually for a moment, at least, as we can't be here with you guys, unfortunately, but we hope soon to do the presentation with you. I think it will be much better. But anyway, I hope you'll enjoy it. But thanks for BNB for this opportunity. Today will be about the brand, what Focal is, what Focal has to offer, and what Focal wants for the future in terms of brand. And we'll do a tour of the brand, of what we have, the lineup of the car audio. Of course, our new technology, our newest product, the latest ones, and we'll go like this. So, guys, let's not wait any other minute. Let's start with our presentation for today. So I'm going to make myself a little bit tinier. There we go. And let's go for the presentation. So Focal. So what is Focal? Focal in few figures first. Focal is, is two sites. One headquarter and main workshop are in Saint-Étienne, where I am right now, and we have a Focal Ibéristerie Bourgogne, who is the manufacturer for cabinet for the home speakers. And it's in Bourbon-Lancy in Bourgogne. Bourgogne, you all know about Bourgogne, more for the wine than for the speakers, but at least we have a manufacturer dedicated to the cabinet for the home speakers. A few figures, 1979 was the creation of the Focal company here in Saint-Étienne by a guy named Jacques Mahul, who created the company and the spirit and the philosophy of Focal. 75% of our products are made for the export, so we export 75% of our products, and 227 is the number of employees on Saint-Étienne site. So we have a huge site here in Saint-Étienne. I am here in the showroom, but we have a research and development structure. We have administrative building, we have the laboratory, and we also have a workshop where we design, where we manufacture all the speakers, and we assemble the cabinet and the speakers for the home as well. And 32 is the number of employees we have in Bourgogne to manufacture those cabinets for the home speakers. The Focal cheese. So in the background here, you have the workshop, the main workshop in Saint-Étienne. Unfortunately, what I would love to do and would have loved to do today is to make a tour around the factory and to show you how we make it, and the guys who make that possible as well. But unfortunately, due to restrictions, sanitary restrictions due to COVID, I can't go around wherever I like. It was even a bit tricky to do the global thing today, but we are going to make it. So I've put picture in the presentations, so you can have a look. I'll explain it on the way, what it is and what it is about. Three things first. So you'll see on the background of the image, l'atelier acoustique. This is the name we gave to the workshop. I'll tell a little bit more afterwards. A few things first. Our company was awarded Entreprise du patrimoine vivant français. So French Living History Company labeled in 2014 and 2020, renewed for 5 years. So that means the French government, it's a unique distinction, made us living history company for the French in the French industry. This is a huge distinction for us, and we're very, very proud to get it. We have an exclusive technological heritage with numerous patents filed over the years since 1979. We had loads of technology and patents we've done. That makes us a very big company in terms of patents and technology we can implement into our speakers and into our lines for the different divisions that we have in Focal. And a huge number to remember. It's around 600,000 speakers driver that are manufactured here in Saint-Etienne every year, and between 150 and 200,000 finished made in France products every year. So you can see that we do a lot of products a year. We are a pure made in France company with a few products on the side, of course, but the core business is really on the made in France and the premium product and the excellence, the excellency of the product that we have in Focal. Here I've put a little chart, 40 years of history. As I told you, it started in 1979 and all through the years up to 2021 nowadays. We've launched a few key products. The one that I have behind me are one of them. The Ground Utopia were part of the history of Focal. The first one show in 1996. Kevlar made the history as well of Focal with the K2 Power that we renewed in 2005, and then we just renewed in 2015. And also Car Audio and Home were the two first divisions of Focals. Then were implemented the integrations and other departments through the history of Focal. But we never stop working. We always are with, as we like to say here, and we still continue to develop new technology and to invest a lot of money in the research and development. L'atelier acoustique. This is what I was talking about. So you saw the picture on the background on the last slides. Here you have more pictures about this workshop. So you can see it's a very clean workshop. It's I don't think it's not like an industrial workshop you are used to see. We treat our speakers like if they were haute couture handbags, like Louis Vuitton, Hermès, Chanel. It's really in that mind that we develop today our speakers and our technology. This workshop opened in 2018 following the extension work. It's home for the speaker driver production lines, the high-end headphone workshop. We have a space dedicated to the cones. We have an area for product assembly, testing, and quality control as well in this workshop. All high-end loudspeakers are manufactured entirely in our workshops, both in Bourgogne and here afterwards for the final assembly. All the than design and development. Our on-site manufacturing is a great source of pride and our guarantee of product quality. It's really handcrafted in France, made in France, designed in France. We are really here in that philosophy. If we focus a little bit more on the Focal Ébénisterie Bourgogne, the cabinet makers, we purchased the cabinet makers, the factory in 2007 to make it our own. It's a 32 square meters, 32,000 square meter site since 2015. And it's the guarantee of our loudspeaker loudspeaker cabinet. And Utopia is the ultimate focal acoustic. So I jumped from the two workshop sites to Utopia. It's to really show the philosophy and the way we want to put into our workshop. We really want to go there. So on the left, you all know about our famous Utopia for the car audio. So the car audio, we are really proud to say it, but the car audio is one of the divisions with the first in terms of technology and in terms of design and patent. We always implement the first technology in the car audio to develop the rest. I'll say our engineers are the best in the car audio, but yes, it's often true. We are the first to go with new technology. But Utopia is not only for car audio. Utopia is also for the home. For example, for the Grand Utopia behind me, but it's also for the integration. And many other products for the Pro or other products in the focal range. And talking about innovation, we have a bold and dynamic R&D department. Over 4 decades, Focal has developed a true technological heritage. The beryllium tweeter and FlaxCone in particular have become patented technologies and global leaders on the EFI in the world. And every year, Focal invests 5% of its turnover into the R&D. So as I was saying in the beginning, we invest a lot, and we still continue to invest a lot in the R&D because we believe in the future. And we believe in both divisions that we have from car audio to home, and we believe in the philosophy we want to sell in the world. The collections. So I presented a little bit earlier, but you have the classic home, the custom install, the car audio that I'll zoom a little bit afterwards. We have the Pro Audio, and we have the headphones. So classic homes, we have a lot of loudspeaker range, a big loudspeaker range, from Cora, the newest one with the Slate Fiber, to the Grand Utopia. Custom install, a bigger market, increasing over the years with guys who want custom install in their homes, hidden, but with the best of the sound. Car audio, I don't have to explain it. The best solution possible, audio solution in your car. That's what we want to make. Pro audio for engineering and sound mixing, and people who create the music. We have the product range for that. We are really appreciated in the world for our Pro Audio product. And at least then, at the end, the headphones, we are very popular as well in terms of hi-fi. So the car audio, because we are here today for the car audio. What I wanted to do at the beginning of the presentation is to show you what we have in Focal, what we are, because we are not only car audio, it's a whole company. We make a lot of products, but very in the same philosophy of research, of development, and of in terms of marketing. So I really wanted to show you the global picture. Again, I really I'd love to go with you on the tour to show you everything, but I hope I'll be able to do it. So anyway, if we focus a little bit on the car audio, I'm sure you all know about what we have in the range. But just to do a global tour, so the car audio is two markets essentially for us. So in the aftermarkets, you'll have the regular global technology and global range that we have, Utopia, Kevlar, and so on, and Focal inside. That I'll talk a little bit more about at the end of the presentation. And the second market is the OEM Hi-Fi system for car manufacturer production vehicles. So what does it mean? We have vehicles that are already implemented with the Focal solution from the manufacturer, from their company. So for example, we have a big partnership with Peugeot and Citroën in France, and we make cars for all around the world, but mostly in Europe. And the final customer can choose his car with the Focal sound already in it. So it's another kind of market, and we are very proud to be in this market as well. So the car audio aftermarket, you all know about it. We have three lines in the main in France. Utopia M, where the only limit is your creativity, I would say. K2 Power, it's more than a product. It has been a lifestyle, really. Famous K2 Power, famous yellow cone, punchy, expressive, sport. It's a lot of things can go behind the K2, and Flax Evo, the last one. We've launched it in 2013, and we've made a new line based on Flax in 2019, at the end of 2019 and early 2020, so last year. And it's what we call the perfect balance in terms of sound. Perfect balance because of its neutrality, of its purity in terms of sound. When you go to Kevlar, you got the you are a step. You put a step in the high end, the hi-fi, but you are still in the expressive. You have a lot of technology for the tweeters and so on. But then you have Utopia, where it's the most of the most. You have all the technology that you could possibly have in a speaker and in a line. So speaking of Utopia, when I say the only limit is your creativity, yes, it's the installator creativity, the only limit. You can, it's a la carte concept. You buy the speaker that you want, 6.5, medium, tweeters. If you want central voice, you put a central voice. If you want 12 tweeters in your car, you can put 12 tweeters in your car. A sub, 2 subwoofer, 3 subwoofer. You can do whatever you want. Basically, with the most of the products. So it's really your imagination who can make the best solution for the car. If we go further in the car audio aftermarket, we have 4 different lines. We have Polyglass, we have Access, we have Universal, and we have Auditor. Polyglass, a winning combination, great medium, just under Flax. It's when you start to touch the neutrality of the sound. You got great medium. The step up is the Flax and the Made in France, where you'll go above, you'll have better tweeters, better details. But here you're at the edge of something great. Accessible focal technology. So this line is all about having focal technology in a speaker that is accessible in terms of price. We want for music enthusiasts to listen to what focal have. Then after a few years, we are 100% convinced they'll go higher for the glass backs because they are convinced by the focal sound. If we go to the right, we have universal, that you all know about, optimal compatibility. And this is the concept of universal. So this is not in terms of pricing or in terms of technology. It's just that we wanted to have a line that is useful for you guys, very easy to install, very compact, and in a lot of different sizes. We have the 6x9, the 5x7, the 6.5, the 8-inch speaker, the 3-inch. So we have lots of speakers available in a compact size to make it available in loads of vehicles. So it's very about the compatibility, the optimal compatibility in this line. And the last one, auditor. Your first installation with focal sound, that is the punchline we want to have. I told you about access. You start to have the focal technology, and you get to start with the higher of the music. Auditor, yes, you have the focal sound because it was designed and thought in France by our engineers. But in terms of pricing and entry level in the market, it's great in terms of pricing and quality. You start to get the focal sound. You don't have all the technology, but you could have in access and so on. But you start to get what is focal about. And when you put it in the car, that makes the gaps with what you had before. So it's where we want to catch the guys and to show them, here, listen, this is focal in your car. If you want to go above, you can. Imagine with auditor what you can have. Now imagine with what technology they got, you can even go further in terms of sound in your car. So this is really to show them what we are able to do in your car. And to start with auditor, they will be blown away by what we can do. But the speakers are not the only ranges we have in our product, in our catalog. We have also subwoofers, some electronics, and cables and accessories. So PSB 300, iBus, Bompa are subwoofers. If I take the PSB 300, for example, it is a great add-on in your car, a small 8-inch subwoofer that you can put in the trunk. It's a passive one. You'll need an amplifier, but it's a great addition to your car. It's very simple to install, and it doesn't take a lot of place in your trunk. So it's a great product for the guys who want deep bass, infras, and don't have size or doesn't have place for a big subwoofer in their trunk at least. Bompa and iBus are active subwoofer. One goes under the seat and the other one into the trunk. The Bompa is a bit bigger, but it's directly active, so you can directly plug it, and it works like this. So it's great in terms of installation. And iBus, it works a little bit the same. It takes a little bit less space than the Bompa, obviously. We'll go deeper in terms of bass, obviously, if you see the size, but it will produce very good bass nonetheless. And we have an option where you can amplify also your front channel. So it can be a great addition in a car also. If I go to the electronics, FPX and FDS, Impulse and FSP, barbaric names. Sorry for that. But if I split but what we have, FPX for the high end, FDS compact amplifier that goes everywhere. It doesn't mean it's not high end. It's still a very good product. Impulse, very compact. The size of the pen, you can see in the image, it's really a size of the pen. It's really small, but it's really powerful. You can put it in the glove box. It's a 4-channel one. A lot of setups you can have in the Impulse. It's a very great amplifier, small one, if you want to plug it very quickly. And our DSP, obviously, for installations such as Utopia or Kevlar. If you get rid of the crossovers for Kevlar, you can have a full active system with our DSP and our FSP, the software dedicated to this DSP. I won't go further into the cables and accessories. I'm sure you all know about our ACA cable, the speaker cable that we have, and all the accessories that we have in the range. But the main focus was what we have in terms of subwoofers, what we have in terms of amplifiers. And before I forget, when I speak about subwoofers, of course, this is not only what we have in the range. As I was speaking, we have Utopia, Kevlar, Flax, Polyglass, Access, Universal, and Auditor. And in each lines, you have subwoofers. So, for example, you have subwoofer for Utopia, you have big subwoofer for Kevlar with the 25 and the 30 cakes, so 10 and 12 inch. In the Flax, you have two interesting things. You have an 8 and a 10, and both are different size. So what does that mean? 8 and a 10 regular size, 8 and a 10 shallow. So compact subwoofer, same size, so 8 or 10 inch, but in a shallow size. So if you don't have space in your trunk, or if you want to put under the seat in a pickup, you can. So it's a really great addition, and we think about the ergonomy of the car and the new car that don't have space anymore, and won't have space anymore in the future. So you can have a compact solution in your car. Focal inside. So guys, I've been talking about the car audio aftermarket. Yes. Now, what we want to do is to go in another market. Not because we want to leave the car audio market, no. As I told you, we still invest a lot of money into research and development for our car audio product and our Focal product. But what we want is to secure, if we can, the future, secure the new customers and new markets for you guys. Why? The car audio market is changing. We need quick and easy install, and the concept, when we think of it, we need one car, one audio solution. Yes, with all the range that I presented you, you can do any car. But we have a fact here in Europe and across the world, even in USA, in Canada, or in Asia, we have less and less talented people who can make great installation in the cars. And we have less and less people who are aware we can make great installation in the car as well. People who doesn't know about car audio. So we want to, with the car audio, the regular car audio market, we want to catch the car audio lovers. Yes. And with the people who don't know yet about car audio, we want to catch them with the Focal Inside concept. So complete kits with accessories and 100% compatible with your vehicle. That is Focal Inside. So the car audio aftermarket has Focal Insight in its range. We are available in 38 manufacturers through 600 vehicles. So that's a lot, guys. That's really a lot. The main one for you would be Ford, Volkswagen, Toyota, BMW, Mini, Nissan, Harley-Davidson. All those brands we cover and we are compatible with. So we have one dedicated website. It'll show you around what is compatible with what. Compatible vehicles and video tutorials. The last one is important. It's in progress work, and we have more and more videos in our Focal YouTube channel about how to implement the speakers, the Focal Insight speakers, in your car. And if we go further, we have dedicated integration cables. So dedicated website, dedicated tutorials, dedicated cables. For that one, I'll show you an example of what is the world of Focal Insight, and I think you'll understand better what we can do in a car. I've called it the Fast and Fit Ford Workshop. I've taken Ford, but I could have taken another brand, Toyota, Nissan, Volkswagen, any other brand. It would work in the same philosophy. So the first question is what you can do in your car when you don't like the sound in your car. That is simple. Change the speakers. You'll have a better sound. And with Focal, it's even easier. You take the front, you take the rear, you take them out, you go to the website, have a look on Ford, on the Focal Insight website and see, oh yes, so I'm compatible with this. Okay, so let's change the speaker into Focal. First step done. You change the speaker into Focal ones, 100% plug and play, 100% accessories in the kit. You don't have anything to cut. You just plug them back into your car, and this work. This is that simple, and you have the Focal sound in your car. Polyglass cone, dedicated connectors, dedicated basket for the car. Everything is dedicated for your car, and it makes the sound greater than the original speaker. And here you would say, or you could say, what if I want more? What can I do? Because there is always more, and you can always do more. Second step, you do step one, of course, you change the speakers. And what I suggest today is you push the amplifier, the impulse in the car. You put an amplifier in the car, and this changed the world. Yes, it changed the world because you have better bass, better medium. The atmosphere and the stage is better as well, and your speaker is more controlled. So amplifier, you win a lot when you put an amplifier in your car. But you would say it's not that easy to put an amplifier. I need to take the signal out of the radio, cut the cables. I have to think about it, put the impulse. Yes and no. Well, yes, you have to take the signals, of course. You have still to do the installation, the regular installation. But with the cables we've created, you don't have to cut anything. You don't have to think about anything. So if I take this example, you have the car in front of you. You take the Y ISO from the brand. So here it's a Ford. To plug it to the radio. At the other end of the cables, you plug another cable that will go to the impulse. What that will do? Take the signal from the radio, goes to the impulse, back to the cable, the Y ISO, and the Y just go into the radio. So you have a signal non-amplified, go to the impulse, amplify the signal, goes back to the head unit. from the head unit, your sound is amplified in all the speakers in your car for the 4 channels, so front and rear. So you need speakers, 2 cables, 1 amplifier, and that's done. Nothing to cut, nothing to think of. You have an amplified rear and front in the car. Now, if you want more, because as I said, there is always more. Promise, the last one is the last one. Setup 3. You say, okay, I have an amplified system. I got an amplified system. I got front and rear of my speaker are changed in the car. That is great. I like it. What I want now, I've seen a buddy. He has a great bass in his car. He has a big subwoofer. What I can do in terms of plug and play, if I don't want to cut anything, don't want to think about anything, we have the solution. You take setup 1, change the speakers, same. You take the amplifier, and the amplifier, you still take the Y-ISO from the brand, so for the Froud, but instead of having the cable that goes into the impulse, you still have the cable that goes to the impulse, but the new cable we created, it goes to the impulse, and you have another that goes also to the PSB. What we'll do, it will amplify the system, goes to the PSB, bridged, so 2 ways for the PSB, more power. 2 ways left, go back to the head unit to amplify the front. So you have amplified front, amplified subwoofer, all the speakers are focal inside your car, and now you have a full system amplified focal plus subwoofer in your car. You didn't cut anything, you just plug cables, put a subwoofer in the trunk, and that's it. That's done. And the result is pretty amazing, guys. It's really, really amazing. So you have 2 types of customers. The customers who want to do it themselves, great. Customers who don't want to do it themselves, okay, but they don't know anything about car audio. Instead of doing 1 car in 1 week, I give you this morning, the morning, 3 hours, 4 hours work max, and the car is done. If I gave you speakers, access, flags, whatever you want, in 4 hours, all the cables, all the cuttings, all the spacers, the box for the subwoofer you have to create, it won't take 4 hours. So more cars, more money, new market, new customers. This is a win-win situation. So this is the concept of Focal Insight. Yes, we have a regular historical car audio market. We want to keep that one, but we also need to grab the new customers and this new market. As I said, 600 vehicles, more than 38 manufacturers that we cover with Focal Insight. The latest ones were Volkswagen, BMW, Toyotas, but you can see all the brands that we have, even Ford, all the brands that we have in the Focal Insight website. Now, I've talked a lot about what is Focal, but I think the exciting news is the new products that we have today, and we've launched in 2021. So let's start with the new born of the Focal Insight family, the Mercedes. And I'm sure you are intrigued by what you see on the screen, and you can be. So Focal Insight for Mercedes-Benz. So what it is? It is simply the concept of the Focal Insight premium technology. We've implemented the flax cone into the Focal Insight concept. We try to match the cone with the brand and the sector of the brand. So we want to push the flax and the premium with the Mercedes ones. I've told you Focal Insight is mainly polyglass, but now with Mercedes, we enter the made in France product with the flax cone. The twin subwoofer concept is another product that we launched in 2021. Before I forget, I go back just a little bit on Mercedes to explain you the range a little bit more, because I jumped directly to the ISUB Twin, and I thought I had another slide, but I think it's better if I show you on that one. So you can see here on the screen, you have a central voice for C-Class, S-Class, GLE, GLC. Front channel, rear channel for either coaxial or component kit. Surround with a component kit as well. And subwoofers. Subwoofer in one box, you have the one for the left, the one for the right. So even if your car have only one subwoofer, you'll buy two, and you can place them in the two, because if you have only one in the other side, it's empty, but you have the place to connect it for a new subwoofer. So it's all plug and play. Still the same philosophy. So guys, if I move to the new product, sorry, was before I forget. So twin subwoofer concept. So what it is, those two little boxes that you can see on the screen. Here is the answer. Elliptical subwoofer, 2 ohms and 2 times 200 watts max. Small sizes, 20 centimeters, 26 centimeters by 24 and 8 centimeters. That high at all, that high. So you can see it's a small subwoofer boxes with an elliptical speaker that goes under the seats. Now, if you remember, I've told you about having an amplify system in your car for Focal Inside with subwoofer. This solution exists in the Focal Inside line too, with a cable dedicated to it. So you can have either a PSB 200 in the trunk, but we have also the cable to have a dedicated system with the ISUB Twin, those two boxes under your seats. And you have a subwoofer. You have a complete system with subwoofers in your car. I'm not going to lie to you, it won't make the sound of a 12-inch subwoofer in the trunk in a big box. We all agree on that. What we want to do here is to bring you compact, easy, and better environment. Compact, I don't have to explain it. Under the seat doesn't take any space. Easy to install, same reason. And the last one, a better atmosphere. So what does it mean? Yes, you'll have bass, you have high bass, you'll get a low medium that is great. When you do that, the reason is simple. You'll have a better environment, you have a better line between bass, medium, and trebles. The stage will be better if you have better lineup between medium and bass. You have more dynamic in the treble. You'll have a stage higher. You'll have an environment in the car very, very, very nice. Of course, if the customer, the guys wants infras, deep bass, you'll go with a subwoofer, real one, in the trunk. But here you have a simple solution to have something more in your car, and it's a great addition. The concept is simple. We've made what Mercedes and BMW or Volvo or Porsche are doing in their cars. They put subwoofers, or it's not actual subwoofer, it's mid-bass woofers under the seats for a better environment. What we want to do here, it's the same. We want to improve the sound in your car, like if you were in a premium car like BMW, Volvo, Porsche, or Mercedes, in the same type of environment. And it doesn't take any space in the car. It's all in front of you. You have the feeling and the environment all around you. And the last word, thank you. Thank you, guys. No, seriously, thank you guys, for watching us today. Thank you, BNB, for organizing the show. Again, I would have loved to show you around the factory, the people working here. It's amazing to see. I've tried to put you in the spirit of what we want to do here and all the product that we have. I hope you liked the stage where I am today. But this was the Focal brand and what we want, what we did in the past, what we have, and what we want to do, the new market we want to address, the money we invest in the research and development, the brand where we want to have, the shops we show all around the world, we have all around the world. So this is the configuration of Focal today. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Take care of yourself with this crazy situation. Hope for the best, and I hope we'll be able to see each other on a show or any other type of event in the future. Thank you very much, and see you.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, there we have it. I mean, it's a big brand.
Huge brand, and like, just I can't believe he actually covered that in the time that he did. I know that we have the opportunity to break, those components out into separate sessions. If you guys go ahead, take a look at that official schedule. I'm back with Justin. We're doing Focal Inside in Depth. We're going to go through Cone Technologies, and we're definitely going to go through but what am I missing? Oh, Utopia M, of course. And on the topic of Utopia,
this could be yours.
Oh my goodness, look at this. What are we looking at there quick, Justin?
So like I said, this is the 165 WXPs with a biampable passive crossover, the beryllium tweeters, and the W cone woofers. So this is kind of the upstep from the original WRCs that came out. This is your entry into the Utopia lineup.
And this could be yours for the low price of, no, wait.
Free.
Check out that code rolling on the bottom, guys.
Totally. Check out the code. Make sure you guys go to bbrewards.ca and do your enter for this. I mean, we're giving away a fantastic set of speakers, and if you're a dealer that doesn't do Focal or you haven't had the chance to get them in your vehicle, it's going to change your life.
We have a lot of chance to talk about everything, but I want to give a quick shout out to the team at Focal France for preparing that presentation for us. I know we would have loved to, go see the factory, but given the circumstance, I think they did a really good job.
Totally. It's nice to hear it directly from them, when you talk about it as a technology company, not just thinking of speakers and solutions, right? When you think about the money that they invest in R&D, it definitely separates them.
All right. We're going to close out this session real quick. We have a testimonial from a customer, do we not?
Yeah, we do.
All right. We ready to press play on that? Let's go ahead.
Hey, it's Quentin from the Car Salon here in Calgary, Alberta. I'm just trying to get the sun out of my camera. I'm talking about Focal. I was speaking with the guys at B&B, and they asked me to give a quick testimonial on why we like Focal. Besides being one of the best speaker lines you can get, the support we get from them through training and through just different aspects where they come and visit. We have next day support on pieces. Warranty has been awesome. If we've needed it, we haven't really used their warranty department a lot, but when we have had to, it's been perfect. The demo board, we absolutely love our demo board. It sounds great, gives the customers a good experience. We personally have a Flax demo car here on site, and we also have a Utopia M on site. From Focal Inside all the way up through to K2 Utopia. We absolutely love this brand. So if you need anything, I always know that the guys at B&B will look after you.
There you have it, spoken from one of your customers. Justin, that's a wrap. We got so much more to do. We'll see you on the next one, and looking forward to breaking out all the different segments that Focal has to offer.
Totally. Super excited. Thanks a lot, Ben. See you guys later.
There you have it, guys. Thank you once again. Shout out to the team of Focal in France for preparing us that in-depth presentation of the overview of products for 2021. Thanks for tuning in. We got a lot more B&B to go. I'm your host, Ben Wu, for CMA Industry Week. Till next time, we connect.